Okay, so this is the UCEAP homepage. If you are looking for programs, there are a couple of different ways that you can search for programs. So go to the menu in the top right corner, and then explore UCEAP. So you can search by region, and then within each region are the countries where we offer programs. So if you click on any of these countries, you'll see the list of programs offered in that country. You can search by field of study. Now, this is a lot of fields of study. In fact, the most popular fields of study, but it isn't an exhaustive list, so just be aware of that. And then by experience type, so these are the experience types we talked about earlier in the presentation. So if you're really interested in an internship, you can click internships here and it will show you our internship programs. And then the fourth way to search for a program is you go to find a program. So this includes all of the filters that we talked about before, location, academic discipline, experience type, but a few others as well. So we do have 168 programs, which is a lot. So I'm just going to walk through an example of how you can run a program search. So I would recommend that you start with disciplines. So disciplines are really just very broad academic categories, usually encompassing a couple of academic fields within them, as you can see. So I'm going to click on computer science and engineering. And once you select a discipline, it will populate a sub-filter called subject areas. So those are just kind of more narrow academic fields within the discipline that you selected. So I will select computer science. All right, so say you're really interested in studying in, some non-English speaking locations, but you really do want to study in English. Perhaps you don't know a second language, that's totally fine. So courses taught in is a really helpful filter for that. You can obviously select any language, but if you are looking for English and non-English speaking locations, you can filter by that as well. So we brought it down to 70 programs, which is better, but that's still a lot. So I would recommend continuing to apply filters. So let's go by region, Europe, and then by country. So I work with Spain, so let's go to Spain. Okay, so 3 programs, that's great. That is a very reasonable number to be looking through, but the last few filters here, experience type, we talked about that. Term, if you know a particular term that you're looking to go abroad, you can certainly filter by that as well. And then UC Campus, GPA, and class level all refer to eligibility requirements. But since we have 3 here, I'm going to open up one of these. This is Carlos III University in Madrid. So this is the same kind of general information we saw on the previous page, as well as a bit of information about the program and some more information about the university itself. But for detailed information about the program, we're going to use these tabs on the left-hand side. So dates and eligibility. This will show you the terms that the program is available, and then this is kind of the general timeline for the semester. And then if you click on the drop-down, this is more detailed eligibility requirements for the program. And then academics. So this page does have a lot of information. I do recommend you read through it. You can find out, are you required to study another language? What options are there for studying another language? What are the program requirements? How many classes you have to take, that sort of thing. But if you're looking for course information for the program, this is an immersion program in particular. So for this program, you can go to catalogs and resources, and we have linked to the host institution webpage where you can see course information. So this is the Carlos III list of bachelor's degrees. So just as an example, say you want to study international studies, and you can go to program, and this is all of the courses within this degree, and then each course title is a link to a syllabus. So this is how you can start that conversation with your academic advisor. And then further down on this page is information about academic culture of the country and the program, and then grades will give you an idea of the timeline for receiving grades. So fall semester, you're looking at getting grades in March. Spring semester, you get them in August, just as an example. And housing is going to show you the types of housing that's available on the program. And then further down is a bit more detailed information about each of those housing types. And cost. So this is the general estimates for both terms. And it does talk about what's included when we provide these cost estimates. And if you want something a little more tailored to your particular circumstances, I do recommend you use this customize your estimate option, fill in all of these fields, and it will populate a cost estimate more specific to your particular situation. And support is really just talking about the type of emergency or on-site support that's going to be available to you on the program. And then how to apply. So these are the application steps that we talked about earlier in the presentation. We also have a section here about acceptance to the program. You'll see that this particular program, we do note that it has limited space, so we can only accept a certain number of students per term. And for that reason, we are recommending that students apply to this program as soon as possible. The application for fall 2023 opened on November 1st this year. So because of this, limited capacity, applications are reviewed on a first come, first serve basis. So if the program you're interested in does have limited space, it will be noted here on the webpage. And then lastly, deadlines. We've linked to each of the Campus Study Abroad Office websites, and there will be the deadlines that apply to you. All right, so say you've been looking around the website and maybe you have a country in mind or a couple of programs in mind and you have some more questions and you aren't sure who to ask, you can go find contact information for UCEAP staff. So we'll go to Explore UCEAP and contacts. So we have contacts listed by country. So say you're interested in programs in Argentina. Every UCEAP program has an academic specialist, program specialist, and finance accountant. So you can reach out to all of us. If you aren't sure who to direct your question to, you can certainly just put all three of us in a single message and send your email to us, and the appropriate person will respond to your question.